Hey everyone, and welcome to Open Hybrid. I'm Rhina Valentin, your hosty Café con Leche for the next hour, coming to you from Chari Executive Suite. Todavía inviting you to get social with us online. That is, tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, while you're there, follow moi on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, and LinkedIn at Rhina Valentin. So as we continue to share awareness of the Evelina Centennial celebration, honoring the life, work, and leadership of Dr. Evelina Antonetti, and what would have been Evelina's 100th birthday, the celebration is scheduled to feature concerts, art, exhibitions, music, and so much more across the city and Puerto Rico. And joining us to share more on the Evelina's art exhibition, Images of Evelina, is curator Wally Edgecombe and participating artist of Images of Evelina's art exhibition, Maria Dominguez. Hello and welcome.
Hi, Rhina. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having us.
Always, always, always. This is a really, really exciting event. So last week we had Nidia just sharing the overall agenda from September 12th until the 19th. And so we're here to talk about specifically the visual arts component, the art exhibition. And so Wally, it looks like they took you out of retirement to become the curator. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I did come out of retirement. I'm a little rusty, but I'm getting it done. And the artists, Maria and everybody, have been really patient and cooperative. So it's working fine.
Well, just give us a little background on how you were able to decide the artists and what, I guess, criteria were needed to be met in order to be a contributing artist to this particular exhibition.
Yeah, well, we wanted artists that either knew her or were influenced by her. And, she was a mentor of so many people, but of a lot of artists. Of course, she mentored elected officials, public officials, etc. But she also mentored a lot of artists, visual and performing artists. So it wasn't too difficult to get some people who knew her or were influenced by her, and were, knew about her history.
And so, Maria, welcome. It's so nice to have you on, Maria Dominguez. She's a very, very well-known artist within our community. Let's talk about your inspiration behind your piece called Yo Soy de Aquí of Evelina.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much. It is a complete honor. And Wally, thank you also for asking me to be here. Well, Evelina came to me through Hostel's celebration of the Centennial. And I knew that she was the sister of Elba. I heard of what a powerhouse she was in the Bronx. I went to see the exhibit Las Tres Hermanas. So I knew this person was very, very important in the Boricua community in the Bronx. However, when I started reading articles about her, it transformed. I said, oh my God, how come we didn't learn about this woman in school? How come children don't know about this woman? So I went around telling everybody about Evelina Antonetti, Dr. Evelina Antonetti. So I got inspired mostly by where she was born. She was born in Salinas, in Puerto Rico. Salinas is a coastal town. So immediately I looked for pictures of Salina and it looked splendid. I said, this just this beautiful sea, aqua marine sea. But I didn't want it to look crashing. I wanted it to look subtle. I wanted to be a background for her. And then I said, well, there's the water, now what? I said, well, she worked with children. I wanted to represent children, but not with little faces or little toys. I wanted it to be still part of Evelina. And then I said, El Flamboyant de Puerto Rico, as the strong tree that grows flamboyantly, and then lets out all these beautiful flowers, that then sets out these little flowers into the wind and covers the ground. I said, oh, El Flamboyant. So the children would be little flowers of flamboyant. And that was my inspiration, basically.
And you know what? It came to life. And then of course there's this beautiful heart that is on her blouse. And I'm sure we're showing the image as we're describing it. And so the heart, is that a Taino symbol?
Yes, as a matter of fact, if any of you ever have time to go to my website, way before Evelina came to me, I had started a whole series called Healers. And this was before the madness on earth started happening, where everything is burning, there's floods everywhere. I had this feeling. I said, you know, if I bet you if we prayed enough and we get together as people on earth, we could save our planet. So I started with healers and saying, a healer, we would pray for the marshes, we would pray for the seas, we would pray for the rivers. So I did this whole series. But then as time went on, I actually said, the women in my life and women I know are healers too. And one of them is Julia de Burgos, which you will find on my webpage. Then there was Sandra Maria Esteves, who's also a healer with her words. She's a poet. And then Evelina joined the group as a civil rights activist, a mother. She's the mother of our community. So she joined my series.
Yeah, no, and you know, in our previous segment, we introduced everything that she represents. So thank you for bringing up the fact that she is a civil rights activist and who helped Puerto Rican children with school environments as well as their education. And Wally, I know that there are other artists that are part of this exhibition. Do you care to share the other participating artists that will be on display?
Sure, there are 8 others, and it's, you know, they run the gamut. They have different sensibilities, different approaches, different styles, but they have this love affair with Evelina, and you know, it's we have Antonio Martorell, who's the dean of you might say of current visual artists in Puerto Rico, Manuel Vega, who's a local brother of ours and has done wonderful work over the years, Marcos Dimas from Taller, is a veteran, Rudy Gutierrez, who illustrated a children's book that on Evelina, Nitza Tufino, the daughter of the great maestro, Siuko Garcia. She says she characterizes herself as a survivor of Maria, not an artist. I don't know why, but she's a really good artist. Sara Morales, who's a Bronx person through and through. Maria, of course, with, you know, one of the great current muralists of our time, and Esther Pagan, who does these fanciful works. And she not only did a painting, she recreated a hat, because Evelina wore these hats, and she festooned it with café crema labels, because that was Evelina's favorite coffee brand.
Oh my gosh, I'm very familiar with Esther's work, so I can only imagine what that looks like.
Yeah. So we have a nice representation, and as I said, a variety of sensibilities and styles. But you know, it is interesting. Maria was mentioning the flowers in her and the vegetation, independently of each other, because they didn't compare notes or anything. But there are three others who opted to include vegetation in it, and I don't know, but there's Evelina just so happens had a real good green thumb, well developed green thumb, and that theme that of vegetation being curative and restorative and all that comes through.
That's beautiful, and I know that the way you were conveying it, Maria, at least my interpretation is that you were using the flowers as a metaphor in blossoming flowers for, representing the children.
Yes, and they will now, from Evelina's work, will hopefully pass on that to their community, to other children, and remember, and then be also hopefully an activist in their community.
And so I'm going to close out with reading the phrase that you chose to incorporate in your image, and because I think it's a wonderful way to close. And these are words of Evelina that is on Maria Dominguez's portrait. It is, "They will never take us away from here. I feel very much a part of this, and I'm never going to leave. And after me, my children will be here to carry on. I have very strong children and very strong grandchildren."
That's right.
Well, we thank you both for being here. We thank you for your efforts. We are so looking forward to this wonderful festival that's going to be taking place. Once again, Wally Edgecombe, curator of Evelina100 art exhibition, and Maria Dominguez, who is one of the contributing artists, and the images of Evelina art exhibition is part of Evelina Antonietti's Centennial celebration, which is set to take place. This particular part of it is set to take place September 14th at Hostos Community College in the Cafe, located at 450 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. However, the festival itself is going to be taking place September 12th through the 19th in various locations. And if you're interested in more information on that, you can visit Evelina100.org. And of course, you can also visit hostos.cuny.edu/culture arts. All right, we got to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to speak to poet and author Janet A. Benjamin, who's highlighting father-daughter relationships in her new book, I Am My Father's Daughter. Don't go anywhere.